of those steals and runouts?
I just thought the intensity and the pressure really amped up. Really, in the second quarter, we may not have had the steals to show for it, but we were just a little behind the ball in the first quarter, and then in the second, that group to start did a really good job, and then obviously in the third, pretty good tone to start, but that group to end the third was outstanding. So, thought we really had our intensity going and made things hard on them.
I'm going to ask you two things about Chet. Just maybe the assertiveness, what you noticed about the assertiveness he showed in the first quarter offensively, and then through the game, there are these moments where he's sort of quarterbacking the defense, getting guys switched onto players so that he can kind of be the low man and get on certain assignments. How has he grown as more of like a quarterback of the defense too?
Yeah, I mean, what we're asking Chet to do right now is difficult, because he's playing offensive 4, he's playing defensive 4, he's playing offensive 5, he's playing defensive 5. Those skills are very different, and we're shifting that sometimes within a game. And he's still a young player, but what he is a winner, so it's like he's not going to get it right every single rep, but he's going to get better because he cares that much. And his compete level and the imprint that he puts on the game, all the invisible things he does that help a team win, are pretty loud, when you look at the impact that he has. So I thought he played a great game, but he just continues to grow and most importantly, have an impact on the way that we play.
You alluded to it with Nick's first question, but can you expand on the group to start the fourth or to start the second and the group to end the third and what they did for you guys to kind of give you some space between you and the Clippers?
Yeah, and those are two vastly different groups. Like the group to start the second and the group that ended the third, only a couple guys are out there during both of those stretches. So that means that a lot of different guys had their fingerprints on the win tonight. You never know what stretch is going to open a game up for you or help you win a game, and that's why you just got to try to stack as many possessions as you can through 48 minutes. And I thought we hung with the game tonight. We're a little rusty or slow or whatever to start, and we got it going.
This year, more than he has in the past, Isaiah is coming in and it seems like he hasn't missed a beat when he's been out. Yep. What have you noticed from him while he's been out to keep him in a rhythm?
Yeah, I think that's where the continuity, with us and with his teammates shows up. I think his system stuff is like riding a bike. It still requires great effort and focus, but he just has such a competence when it comes to what we do that he knows how to find his spots, he knows how to manipulate the defense, he knows how to get himself available, and his teammates know that he's going to do that and they find him. So done a great job. He really opened the game up for us at different parts of it tonight, gave us great energy.
You had two of your bigs out tonight, Ihart and Jalen. Jay Will, what did you think of Brandon Carlson battling with Ivica Zubac and just how this game went?
Yeah, he gave us huge minutes and just continues to be ready, and he gave us great minutes in Utah a couple games ago. And it doesn't matter what situation you use him in, he's always ready to play. Even in some of these games where he's not in the set rotation and we open a lead up and he's out there at the end of the game, his compete level is always the same, his style of play is always the same. Just his consistency, in every circumstance is very impressive. It's very professional, and he's gotten a lot better. He's improved his body, he's improved his game, and he's improved his understanding of this team and this system, and it's showing up when his number gets called. He gave us great minutes tonight.
No matter who get healthy, A.J. Mitchell, started the season pretty hot, and no matter where you're bouncing him around in the lineup, he seems undaunted and just kind of puts out a consistent effort every single time he's out there.
Yeah, I mean, his compete level's really high. Him and Caruso went in and really changed the tone of the game, I thought, with their defensive pressure, and that was important for us after the start that we got off to. And then I thought he had a really good game flow. I thought he was tired down the stretch, to be honest with you, but he had a really good game flow in the meat of the game. Just the passes he threw, the tempo he played at, he found his spots to attack, but he blends into the game well, and then he can also play off of other creators. So he's just obviously a really valuable player for us.
Anybody else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
All righty.